Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back, and welcome newcomers to the channel. What is this mysterious knife? Hey, have you ever heard of Null knives? Yeah, that's what we're Ooh, very nice. Oh my goodness! I hope you're having a fantastic day. I am, and we're gonna get right in this and check this out because there's not a whole lot of time to get one of these if you're interested. This is the Null Knives Raiden 2. Would you look at it? Just look at it and all of its Raidenness. By the way, if you don't like speed holes, they have it without the speed holes. So I'll stop you right there. People were getting ready to be like, I don't like speed holes. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. There's 7 different versions of this knife, and I'll flash them across the screen here in just a minute so you can see that there's all kinds of options, and some of them have me seriously drooling. So we have titanium on the outside, and then look at this. We have a faux, is that how you know, like faux leather? A faux pivot collar, and then very nice texture on that pivot. I like the way it looks. And this pivot is also titanium. Then we have a milled 3D titanium clip, and then a very long titanium backspacer, and a spot for a lanyard hole. So a spot for a lanyard hole, that is a lanyard hole. So if you like a lanyard, you have a place to put your lanyard, but it doesn't take away from the aesthetics of the knife, which I like very much. What kind of jimping? Ooh, I like the way that jimping feels. And they also put a nice indentation here so you can do a little bit of reverse flickage. And then we have a little bit of poon action. Oh my gosh. Are you ready to see this blade? Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh my. Wow. That is a very crispy, very crispy looking knife. Oh my gosh. I like the way it looks. Are you going to like the way it looks? This is an updated and upgraded version. They had the Raiden. This is the Raiden R2. So they changed a little bit of things. They put a little bit of micro milling on that. What kind of pivot? Oh yeah, that looks like a T8 probably. They put a little bit of micro milling on there. They changed the pivot collar to make it a faux pivot collar. They added or deepened one or the other, the cutout right here. It's not a thumb hole. You know, you don't need it as long as you have plenty to grip, and we'll check out the grippage. You do have nice room for sharpening going on. This is a frame lock. It has a steel lock bar insert. And ooh, look at this. Oh, I like the milling work in there. Oh, I'm a sucker for milling. So we'll check out. Ooh, oh, very nice. So we have good lockup. What's our centering look like? Very well centered. Oh my. You know, I keep going like this. I keep expecting it for some reason to be a flipper, but it's not. And there's a lot of people that do not enjoy a flipper. Now let's see how this feels. I don't know that this is a prototype. I don't think it is, but I will tell you this. The blade is Magna Cut, baby. 63 to 64 HRC Magna Cut. Did that get your attention? Oh my. Now this one feels like it has a very nice edge. Very nice. And my goodness. The pass-through is El Perfecto. It's very easy to get in there, and my thumb isn't slipping because of those little diamonds right there. They are creating the perfect amount of grip, and there's just like, if you look at it from this direction, you're not really seeing any kind of pass-through, but they do have it cut out and milled out on the inside just enough where that's perfect. My skin grabs it. Oh yeah, I like it. Now let's check out the little bit of specs real quick and a couple size comparisons before we go to the fit and the finish. From tip to tip, this bad boy is 7.73 inches long. Your blade length, 3.3 inches, like the El Perfecto blade length. And then your handle thickness is 1/2 inch. Your blade steel's Magna Cut. And then your handle length's 4.43 inches. Now let's see what it looks like next to the QSP Penguin, because everybody needs a Penguin, right? So compared to the Penguin, they're kind of, I would call them in about the same size category. Just a tad more handle, a tad more blade. And then this is what it looks like next to the Civivi Elementum 2 button lock. So if these knives are just a tad small for you, this one might be right in your wheelhouse. Let's put another one up here, the CJRB Pyrite. Let's see what that looks like. So yeah, so blade length wise, sharpen length, you got about 1/2 inch on the Pyrite, and then a couple more premium knives. How about the Spyderco Para 3? See what it looks like next to that. Pivot to pivot. And then the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Let's put that one up here, pivot to pivot. So there's a Spyderco Sammy. Spyderco sandwich. Yeah, okay. That's pretty good. It has more cutting length than a Spyderco Paramilitary 2. And if I didn't mention it before, this is going to have a D-shaped pivot, so you're not going to have to worry about a spinning pivot. Now, let's see how this feels. Left and right, up and down. And it's absolutely solid. It's got good lockup. It's centered. All of that stuff is a-okay. Oh my gosh, let's check out the ergos. My hand's 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. Now let's see how she feels. Oh, okay. I like that. I'm glad that my hand happens to fall like this, so my first 2 fingers have a place to fit. Now, I think this might be something to think about depending on if you have some big sausage fingers. If this were to fall somewhere here or somewhere here, I think that might be an issue with your hand where it falls, but you can see I can actually choke up, and even choking up, I'm surprised. I'm not big on having notches where my fingers lie, but this notch doesn't seem to be creating a problem or an issue for me. It fits my hand very well. The jimping is medium aggressive. Medium, it's not super grippy. I don't know that you would want it a whole lot more grippy than this, but oh my gosh, I like this. I like the way it feels in my hand. It only takes me a couple seconds of a knife in my hand after the knives that I've reviewed over the last few years to know that, yep, that's one I would carry because I like the way it feels. If that tells you anything, if that's an indication, well, there you go. And by the way, this is going to be on the live stream on Friday night after this video comes out, unless I have to send it back sooner. But there's only a few days. That's one thing I got to mention is that I got this and there's only a few days left to order this. And then they're going to be done, and you will get them cheaper if you order them now because they're going to be mailed out in like a month. So you get them really fast as far as pre-order goes. I mean, I would hardly call that a pre-order with them mailing them out that quickly, but let's see how the action is. I wouldn't call it drop shutty, but it does feel nice and comfortable. I like the way it just comes back and kind of sits in there. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Oh my gosh. People are going to enjoy this a lot. So it feels good. The action and the ergos are good. Now there's different versions. You can get this in the static, and then they also have, and you know, there's the 2 different versions, right? You can get the black PVD with the dark stone wash. You can get the Bee Blasted, and you can get the Blurple looks so good with the hand rub satin. And then they have the fancy Damasteel. Oh my gosh, the fancy Mr. Fancy Pants. And then they have the black PVD with the dark stone wash. And then they have the Type S. There's like 3 or 4 versions of the Type S with the Blurple and the Blasted and the belt satin. And then the launch exclusive is crazy looking. I don't even know if it's available. It probably sold out immediately, but you can get the Damasteel Blasted. So there's so many different versions of this. And I mean, oh my gosh. Do I have any complaints? You know, I can't think of any. I really don't. I don't have anything to complain about. I really like the size of it. It's a good size for my hand. I can choke up like this, just using for an everyday carry folding pocket knife that's a little more premium materials, premium blade steel. I mean, I love MagnaCut. MagnaCut's some really good stuff. Yeah, I like it. I don't really have any qualms. If I made any changes myself at all, I would just probably extend the jimping out maybe just a little bit further. Just that's because I like a lot of jimping, or make the jimping just a little more grabby, a little more aggressive. It is grabby if you're bearing down, but I am getting just a little bit of slippage. But I mean, are you really going to be cutting open bags of concrete with this thing? I doubt it. So let me know what you think about the new Raiden R2. It's a total win, 10 out of 10. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I'll put a link in the description to their website where they're having the order going on right now. I hope you enjoy it. Now to go watch this video, you'll really enjoy that. And until I see you again in the lives or the chats or the Hive stream, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.